Welcome back to Sports Federation TV, the show where we talk about a range of different codes of sport. We chatted karate. We move our attention now to two young ladies who play what is perceived as a male-dominated sport called ice hockey. Ice hockey right now, or a few weeks ago, received an international award for
sustainability.
Emma knows. Hi, Emma.
Hi.
So are you well? Emma, so tell us about this award.
So we all know in Cape Town there's a massive water crisis, and we really want to be cognizant of that. So when the International Federation set out that they were looking for a sustainable award, our committee came up with the idea to not have plastic water bottles and to reuse those, also to reuse our Zamboni water. You know what the Zamboni is?
Yes.
Yes, so it's the machine that cuts the ice for us. So by having water bottles that then get recycled and you fill it up every time, and reusing all our ice water, we saved so much water and then didn't have to waste any harmful chemicals. So yeah, it was internationally recognized and came first.
Agree. And that whole process cost Grand West 500,000 rand to build that entire system.
Insane.
To be able to recycle the water for you as or us as South Africa to win that award.
And aren't we so lucky? I think there were 25 countries,
for sure.
25, 24, that were in the competition.
Definitely. So, tell me a bit about ice hockey. What's it about? How does it work?
Well, it's obviously we know it's more male dominant, but yes, us females are included. It's basically, it involves a puck, the black thing that flows across the ice, and 5 players are on the ice, and there's 2 goalies on each side. Yeah.
Emma, now, 5 players on the side. Is there ladies only league, or do you intermix with the men? How does it work?
Yeah, so because it's quite a small sport in South Africa, we have mixed men's and ladies teams, and that there are quite a few leagues in Cape Town for that. And then we also have it's called a cross ice, so basically we split the ice and we play a shorter but faster game, and that's where we have ladies only. Yeah.
Do you have like a warning sign on your back or somewhere? Because the way I understand ice hockey, it gets quite rough, and are those guys pushing you into the railings and all those kinds of things? Because that's how we perceive ice hockey.
I mean, it comes with the territory. Zoe and I have both been quite injured over our time in the sport, but speaking about them playing differently, no, they treat us just like the boys, and that's why we say it's male dominated, but it's fully female inclusive. So we play hard. We give a good punch.
Zoe, do you have protective gear for these guys to knock into you, or how does it work?
Yes, we do. We have a chest plate, a girdle, and shin pads and elbow pads to help protect us from these beatings, which actually build our confidence, because we're tough cookies. We're not easy to take down. So it's pretty that we have protective gear that protects us, yes.
You're wearing a SA top. Does that mean you represented South Africa in ice hockey?
Yes, I've represented South Africa twice. So, and we had a competition now at the beginning of the year, yes.
How do we fare against international competition?
We do fairly well, actually. With this previous tour we had now, we came 3rd.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And is it just as rough as when you play with the boys, or is it completely different?
It's rough, yes, to an extent, because yes, it's obviously different to the males, but it's fairly on par, if you get what I mean. Yeah.
Emma, I know there's always a discussion about lack of ice time, because there's only one ice rink here in Cape Town.
Yes.
How do you guys manage it? When does your league happen? When does your training happen?
We manage it with little sleep and lots of determination. But we have a local league on a Monday night, and then we also do a varying of early morning practices, late nights, and then luckily we have Sundays, and those are like our golden times basically, where we do the most of our practice.
And you're not allowed to, and you can go in and practice in open time, but not as ice hockey, but just to practice your skill, I assume.
Yes. So earlier Zoe spoke about that we have like a girdle and shin pads, and we can wear our skates, so in that way we can do lots of skating, but we can't wear the rest of our kits, and we obviously can't be shooting around.
And you can't be pushing any of the other people.
No, so we can't have target practice.
To make it stronger for the boys, you know?
No.
How has this impacted your life? I mean, you go to school, Do people even know that you play ice hockey, that you represent the Western Province and SA? And what do your friends say about this?
Between the two of us, we're quite chatterboxes. I think our friends definitely know.
What's the response from them? Do they find that it's a stupid sport, for want of a better understanding, because it's not a mainstream sport, or do they quite intrigued and want to be want to understand it and come support you?
Your friends came on Monday night, hey, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. They are very supportive. I feel they're very supportive and interested in the game.
Don't you find they're also quite curious? Because
Yes.
South Africans, they're playing rugby. Oh, we know exactly what's happening. But the last time a friend of mine came, she said to me she didn't realize how it worked, and only maybe halfway through that she kind of understand where, you know, because you watch soccer and you know where the defenders are, you know where the midfielders are, but she said for this it was just a little bit puzzling.
Yeah, because everybody just runs all over the show.
It is quite a rat race, and then you see us like coming over the barriers.
And it's like, what's
And it's like
happening?
it's a constant changing of substitutions.
Which makes it very different to a lot of other sports. So you really, the tempo is high, and we have to be quite fit. So they kill us at off ice sometimes.
Explain this off ice concept, because people don't know what the off ice means.
Oh, okay, off ice. So obviously we play our normal game on ice, but then off ice, and this is where our coach, Mitch van Duisburg, comes in a lot, and he trains us with agility. We do simulations of understanding defense, and then we also do a lot of fitness to make sure our cardio is up there and our endurance more than that. Because while we may have a shift of, how long are our shifts?
Probably like minutes.
Maybe 2 minutes is ridiculously long for a shift.
Long shift.
But
And the shift is when you're actually on the ice.
yeah, so when you like jump over from the little box, and maybe you might start in movement while the game is moving, or you start from the face off.
Okay.
But during that 45 seconds, minute and a half, depending on how big your team is and the speed of the game, you work. So it's quite intense.
Are there set positions, Zoe, or do you just roll with the dice and you play anyway?
They are obviously the set positions, but in a physical game, you're always switching, you're always rotating.
Yes.
So there's really not.
No, definitely. Like we play different positions, and it just sometimes, depending on how the game is, we're switching around. But there's also a lot of communication, so you have to know your teammates really well.
And you need to be ambidextrous, in the sense you need to be able to push the puck with the left and right.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the backhand. We always work at the backhand, and that's where it differs from field hockey. Because in field hockey, you flip the stick. In ice hockey, you keep it flat. So you've got to have a strong backhand, but your forehand is obviously your forehand's normally a bit easier, but you've really got to have a lot of skills.
How did you get into the sport? Did you come from field hockey?
No. So I'm going to speak for both of us on this part. We both came from figure skating, and
From Auntie Dawn and co.
you know Zoe's story is a little different to mine. I came from synchronized ice skating, whereas you did solo, hey?
Yes.
So what was the shift to moving away from figure to ice hockey? Was it too boring?
Well, I don't know. What was it for you?
Okay, well for me, I used to have a big passion for figure skating. And yes, obviously it comes with loving the ice. So I didn't want to leave the ice completely, and I play field hockey.
Yeah.
So my mother was a big role in this. She suggested, why don't you try ice hockey? And that's where it just all hit. I was very against it because I was like, I'm a figure skater, so I don't want to. But yes, my mom played a big role, and she made me join.
It was almost like a blender of your loves, if you call it that.
And yours, Emma?
Mine, I just wanted a new challenge. I get not bored, but I get quite frustrated in things, and I got to a stage where I wasn't entirely sure what the next step in my sport was going to be. And I played lots of other team sport at school, so I thought it would be a fun and exciting thing. And like Zoe said, there's just something about being on the ice that's different, and you're kind of addicted. So it was a natural progression to joining hockey.
Give me 1 or 2 reasons why I should come and play ice hockey.
Why you should?
Why
wouldn't you want to come play ice hockey?
Why wouldn't I?
No, why wouldn't you? It's fun. You get to. There's a massive sense of community. We almost become like one big family. Well, at least here in the Cape, it is like one big family, and that's also why we are so passionate about doing things in our community as well. Like we play in pink for the pink drive, and luckily our sponsors are quite passionate as well. So we get nice pink jerseys, and coming back to why you want to do it, because it's so much more than just you, and you get to feel so involved. And regardless if you want to be competitive or if you want to do it at a social level, there's a place for everyone.
Yep.
And that sense of community is uncanny.
Cool. So where do we find out more about this ice hockey fun and exciting game?
Well, we have a Facebook page and we're on Instagram.
Oh,
What's the Facebook page called?
there's a Western Province Ice Hockey Facebook page. And then on Instagram, we have a little bit of fun on the ladies page, and that's called WP Ladies Ice Hockey.
Is that censored and all good pictures?
I know, it's just that we make a lot of jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's next on the radar? What next competition?
Next, we are so excited. It's actually next weekend. Zoe's playing on the team. It's my first year of coaching, and it is the Ladies Development Tournament happening here in Cape Town, Saturday and Sunday. Come watch.
Definitely.
So that's where we get to look at the younger players in the country, and like the tournament is called, we develop them. And then what we're really training for is our competition in August.
Yeah.
Which is?
The national tournament. So that's for senior ladies.
And that's going to be hosted here as well?
Sad.
I'm sad,
Pretoria. Pretoria. So tell your friends in Pretoria to come watch us and wear some blue.
Will do.
Or pink.
Or pink.
Or pink.
Ladies, thank you for your time. Good luck. We will see you there next Saturday, and
Fantastic.
come check it out.
Great. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So if you've got nothing to do next weekend, head on down to Grand West and go watch the development ice hockey. Let's take an ad break. We'll see you now.